podcast.
Yes. Hi, welcome. We are live.
All right. If you check our Boss Up podcast Instagram, we just put up a story that we were having technical difficulties, so we apologize, but we are all the way live.
Yes, we are.
This is episode number 3, and I'm your host, Mia Lands.
And I'm Alicia Jules. And this is Jessie Nena.
And my name is Monique Dials.
And today we are the Fierce Four because
Yes.
on episode 3, we now have Alicia Jules.
the beautiful,
Yes.
the wonderful, beautiful.
Sorry I
Goddess.
wasn't able to be here the last couple episodes. I know you guys missed me.
Yes.
very much.
But you know, when you're a boss, this stuff happens.
It does.
So we
Yes, a lot.
understand.
Yes.
Yes.
But we
Exactly.
want everyone to know a little bit more about Alicia because we gave a little background of how we bossed up and what we do and where we are now. So if you could let everybody know what you do and how you became a boss.
Okay. Well, my name is Alicia Jules, and I have 2 boys, mother of 2.
Yes.
And one is actually grown now. He's 18.
Woo, you can even tell.
Semi-grown.
14-year-old. And I started in the business doing hair and makeup. I opened up a kids spa. I ran that for about 10 years.
Nice.
And then I opened up 3 salons at one time. One was actually in the Brandon Mall.
Okay,
Yes.
boss queen.
And now I kind of downscaled a little bit to enjoy my freedom because I like to travel and I've got a little bit more into modeling and
Yes,
acting. So
love
I've
it.
been doing a little bit more of that. But I also do production hair and makeup. So I
Yes.
have a team that I work with, and Monique sometimes does the hair and makeup too. So
I
we
do.
love to collaborate together.
Yes,
so
we
that's
do.
why we all
Yeah.
mesh well together.
Yes, we do.
Right? Because teamwork makes the
Absolutely.
what?
Yeah.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Because we are so versatile, but then I think we can just kind of all up together.
Correct.
Yes.
I
So
agree.
it's awesome.
Beauty
Yes.
and brains.
Yes. So that's amazing. I love to hear your story because I know a part of it, but just hear you tell it. I mean, you definitely own the boss role, and like I learn a lot from you. I mean, I learn a lot from all you ladies. So that's what I love about our
Yeah.
team. We all take and learn from each other. Every
Yes,
episode
that's
is
right.
like, gosh,
And
that's
we all help
awesome.
each other grow. And,
Yes.
Yeah.
It's about growing up to get that glow up. And
Yes.
so if you want to glow up, you got to grow up and you got to mature.
Correct.
So Alicia is newly married.
Yay!
Yes.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I am newly married. I got married in February, and actually, it's only been about a year since we met each other, and I'm
Yes.
already married. And everything happened kind of quickly. It was like a COVID love story.
Men.
That actually,
Hold on,
that
men.
actually ended
take
up
notes.
all over the news.
Take notes, men, because this is how you
So,
do it.
It was definitely not expected for it to blow up the way that it did.
Yes.
But people saw that it was a great story that showing love in the time of sadness.
Yes.
And, so, and a pandemic.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sad.
So yeah,
It's more a love demic.
Yeah.
newly
Newly
married
married.
and enjoying it.
So she turns a
Exactly.
pandemic into a love demic.
Hey.
And you can do that too.
Yes, you can. Take notes, men, because this was a story that I mean all of us ladies can just like say, I wish, or maybe my Prince Charming is out there because from what I see, he's truly there.
That's
Yeah,
right. Your goals,
exactly.
baby.
And I almost lost hope.
Yeah.
And then he just came in the middle, and I actually had I had COVID, and
Wow.
he just came and was like, "Is there anything I can do to help you out?"
Wow.
He sent me vitamins, and I haven't
Hello.
even seen him in person.
That's amazing.
That was
So it was like
I like that.
God sent him to me, and
Uh-huh.
so I accepted.
Ah, that's
Yes.
good.
And you can't
it
fight with
worked
God.
out. So just when you think that, your time is like never gonna come, or you're never
Right.
gonna find the right one, he will show up.
Yes.
So, ladies, don't give up and don't settle because
No
you
settling.
can have everything that you wish for. You
Yes.
don't have to have just 1 or 2
Yes.
things. Everything that's on your list,
Check off.
check it off.
Right.
Don't settle for less.
God listens to our prayers.
Mhm.
Yes, he does.
When we're asking for the things
Specific.
That we want. Yes,
Absolutely.
very,
Very
specific.
specific.
He will bring it to you
Yeah.
Yes.
at the right time.
And
Timing
Uh-huh.
is key.
actually, speaking of that, he actually was very specific when he wrote his list.
Wow.
So, like a month before meeting me, he wrote a list of 10 things, and his pastor told him, write specifically what she looks like, what she does, everything
wow.
in detail. And he said he wrote it down. He wrote it down, and then he, in our first conversation, usually it'll be a little scary if a guy tells you his list,
Right.
Hey, but he knows what he
in
wants.
the first conversation, and I was like, wait a minute,
That's me.
That's me. Like,
You were looking for me. Here I go.
Confirmation.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
confirmation.
Yes,
So,
and he's a lovely, lovely, lovely person. I know him personally, and he's an amazing man. I mean, when I first found out, I was just like, this is a match made in heaven, literal heaven.
Yes.
So
yeah, we're very different.
Yes.
but
They look
it
amazing
works.
together.
Opposites attract.
Yes.
He's an attorney, so he's very by the book, and I'm just like a free spirited kind of wild child. But
What we love
Yes.
about you.
we kind of balance each other.
I know.
And that's how it works. too,
Yes.
though.
But-
I mean,
yeah.
I want to believe that opposites do not attract.
You believe that?
Yes.
Okay.
Because, and this is just my opinion.
I like it.
And I like to see the different, the different
Opinions,
thoughts and
yeah.
opinions about
Mhm.
it, because I feel that if you have too many differences, then you can talk about it and conversate and relate to each other.
Okay.
In that
Yeah.
sense. Or, for example, I'm a gym rat, and
No.
last marriage he was not. He was a workaholic. So
Right.
when he would come home tired from work, I'm like the Energizer bunny, just bouncing up the walls because I'm just full of energy.
Right.
And we just couldn't relate.
I got you.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
So in so many different aspects,
Yeah.
I have it on my list now that I want more.
Similar traits.
Yes.
I get
you have
it.
to have some things in
Some
common.
things.
but-
So I
Right.
call it the C word. It's called compatibility.
Compa-
So you could be
in
opposite,
chemistry. I agree.
but you
Very
still
true.
have to have that compatibility.
Yes.
So that's the difference. You could have, like, I'm like out there wild, and I could be with somebody that's like real chill because they're gonna balance me out.
Yeah.
But we both can be workaholics or we love
Yeah.
the gym. So we both can love the gym and love family, put family first, like fun, but we do it differently. But we still have those same similarities. So
Exactly.
that compatibility is key.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I know there's a lot of things that take, place. Chemistry, the communication,
Another C word,
Yes.
guys.
Yes.
Communication.
And see,
Yes.
the
And
S
the-
word.
Yes. And the willingness to work on things, because some people are like, I'm set in my ways, this is how I am.
Yep.
So when you
Mhm.
come and you meet with someone else, you have to be open and willing. And we all dealt with this where one person wasn't willing to at least give it a grand effort to understand, or at
Right.
least meet someone halfway. And so willingness also ties into compatibility.
Yeah.
So you have to be willing to be able to change, or at least work on some things to help your mate be okay. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You got to put some effort in.
yeah,
It's not going to be easy, but it shouldn't feel like work.
no,
It shouldn't
Exactly.
be forced. If
Yes.
it flows, then you're on the right path. But at the same time, you still got to make some sacrifices to make
Right.
it work.
Yeah.
right. Because I definitely want to have my my partner that I could joke with and clown and be silly with and talk about them and laugh at them,
Yeah,
and they
you
could
gotta
do the
be
same
best
for me.
friends.
Yeah,
You gotta be
best friends is that's the only way I'm
That's the
going.
foundation.
Yeah.
That's the foundation for me now. It wasn't always. It was
Mhm.
sometime romantic and different things that caused me in the past. But now that I've gotten older and more mature and had a couple,
Wiser,
Build that friendship.
smarter.
you
ain't old, girl.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, older.
that's-
I said
yeah.
older.
You
Yeah,
ain't older.
No,
You
no.
wiser.
I'm
You more
wiser.
fierce.
What Mia said. Yes, ma'am. I'm not older. I'm actually wiser and more mature.
Better recognize.
Better recognize. Yeah.
Don't say old to a woman, especially to a boss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Or you'll get cut.
right. You lose your life and all kind of
We'll
other
go for the
stuff.
jugular.
Right.
And it's crazy that you say that, because I feel that, with the years, and I use myself as an example,
Okay.
once you learn how to be so independent, and
Yes.
so self-sufficient,
Yes.
you have a tendency to, set your ways.
Yes.
Because that's
Absolutely.
That's all you
Yeah.
You're used
have
to.
do, you
Yes.
know, to get through. So when someone comes, it's hard.
It
Yes.
is.
Yeah.
Adjust.
That is-
And I use this saying, I wear the pants.
Yeah.
And
And
if you're willing to wear the pants better than I do, then I'll give them to you.
Yeah, you got to come in. Just cut on in.
And Jessie is single, so
Yes.
you men who are interested, you better know that she's the one that's going to be in control.
yeah, she's single.
Yes.
Yeah, but I was gonna say that I agree. Like dating when you're older,
Mhm.
over 30,
Mhm.
you already kind of established yourself and you're very independent.
Yes.
So it's a little harder when you meet somebody and they want to just switch things around.
Right.
So especially when you're a boss. you know?
Yes, when you're a boss, or when you
Yeah.
have children.
That's
Yes.
another juggle right there.
Yes.
Anyone to my son, especially now, he's 6 feet tall, but when 180 pounds.
Right.
Right.
If I tell
Yeah.
him I got somebody, he'll probably go be a number.
And that's
Oh,
when you have
yeah.
to be even more selective. You have to raise the bar that much
Yes.
higher when
When
you
have
not only a
kids.
boss, but when you have kids. When you're a
Correct.
boss with kids,
Yep.
Yes.
it's even higher.
It is.
Yeah.
The standards are higher.
So it's harder for
Mhm.
us to find love as
Right.
boss moms.
It is.
So
It's a lot
let me
harder.
ask you a question. How long have you been? And when I say single, I don't mean dating people, but I mean like married or in a committed relationship where you lived with the person.
Mhm.
How long have you been single? And just pose the same question. And prior to your wedding this past year, how long were you single before you found the right man?
That's
If
a
that
great question.
Yeah, I felt like they need to hear.
Yeah. All right. Y'all ready for this?
Yes.
Not only am I 40, but I've been single for 8 years.
Same.
Wow.
8.
Same for
Wow.
me.
That's why
8
it's even
years.
harder
Wow.
now for me to date, because if I've been doing this for 8 years on my own with my kids, with my businesses, why do I need a man?
Yeah.
A man's going to have to knock the shoes off me because I don't wear socks. They're going to have to knock my kicks off of me, my Nikes, my
It's you
Adidas.
for
They're going to
me.
have to knock my kicks off me in order for me to change my lifestyle.
I love it.
For me to say, okay, I'll let you in.
Yeah, I get it. And you?
Me, I really haven't had that much time being single. I'm always snatched up real quick.
Yeah, I mean, they
I've
try.
always been in like long committed relationships, so I've had a little free time here or there, but I can't say it was that long.
So what's
Okay.
the longest?
Longest I've
Between
been.
your snatches, how long were you single?
I think I could say between
2 months.
my husband and my ex, there was probably like a 3 years there that
there you
you could
go.
say it was
Yeah.
over,
That's a good
but it
one.
wasn't
Uh-huh.
over,
Yeah.
But it really was over.
Right.
So
Yeah.
When it's
I would
over,
say it
it's
was
over.
it was 3 years between.
Okay. Yeah. So, all
All right, Jessie.
Well, here we go. No, I'm joking. So
It's just been a
again,
minute.
like you, it seems every single relationship I have been with. I mean, my son, I was married to his father, and then that didn't work out. Got married again. I was with him for like 6 years,
Yeah.
and then almost in between every relationship, I would say at least 3 years,
Yeah.
and then I will date for another
Same,
3 years. So
yeah.
I feel like I'm either alone for a long time
Or
with someone
for a long time.
Yeah.
At least
So
you're
that's my
balanced.
story.
You got the interval action
Yeah.
going
Yes.
on.
However, though, now it's been 5 years.
Mhm.
It's going to be
See,
5
because-
years in August.
Because you're more fierce.
Yes.
And you've already extended that time.
Exactly.
So it's even harder.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Right. She's afraid of love.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, there has been opportunities, but it's like, do I really want to?
I think you
scary
do.
out there though.
Yes.
Dating right now.
Yeah, it can. Well,
It's
I
scary.
did do a couple dates here and there
Prior.
in between the time, and it's a little scary.
yeah,
out
it
there
is.
Right
It
now.
is.
With social media, it just gets so
Even worse.
crazy.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, and these guys, I don't know if some guys just don't know how to approach a girl. They just do the wrong things. It's just like a complete turn off.
They just
Have
don't
you-
care.
like,
I would say y'all care. Y'all hearing it
Some
from
care.
the
Mm.
horse's
But let me
mouth.
tell you one thing: don't send no pictures. of
Please don't
nothing.
send.
Please.
Never.
Okay, if you send,
That's a
Uninvited,
no.
nobody
unsolicited.
wants a
Unsolicited.
picture of you.
No.
No.
Unless we're in a relationship. I don't want to see your
Out of your
pee-pee,
face,
okay?
sweaty,
Keep your
out of your
pee-pee in your
face,
pants.
unless-
We don't want to see it in the DMs. That is
No,
not
no
something we
pictures.
want to go down in the DMs. You hear? No pee-pee pictures.
First off,
Yeah, pee-pee picture. That's blocked.
First
Mm-mm.
off, I
Block.
don't want no pee
Quick
pee,
block.
no front pee. I don't want your picture of your face, your
Yes, I
mama,
don't even
or
want
your
a picture
dog.
of you sweaty
Mm-mm.
leaving the gym.
No, none of that.
Like,
No,
I'm good.
nasty.
None of that. Yeah, we're good on all the
Ugh.
pictures and
If we are
photos.
not in a relationship,
I don't need your
pictures
photos.
of you.
And stop asking me for photos. It's a no.
You see the IG,
Grab them off
that's all the
IG.
pictures you get.
Snatch them off
all
IG
the
for me,
scroll.
pictures on
please.
the IG, you see them right there.
Take those, please.
Take a look.
And keep it scrolling.
If that's not enough, go on Facebook.
Because it falls right into the topic. So I opened the DMs in Instagram, and this guy is telling
It goes
me,
down in the
know,
DM.
He's in his swimming pool by himself, and I'm like, all right. Then, like 3 seconds later, ding. So I'm wearing my new underwears.
Oh, God.
Okay?
Oh
And
my
It went from
God.
swimming pool to
I'm
underwears.
like, dude, you
No.
are so black.
Oh, so
Ew.
you? Oh, wait, hold on.
Mm-mm.
Did she use the B word? Because I told her
No, I told you. I'm
block.
Mm-mm.
I
Capital
told
B.
You better, because
Yeah.
that.
some of the
Yeah,
DMs, but
yeah,
And this queen bee will sting you when you get blocked. All right,
yeah.
recognize that.
There's a fee to unblock.
But why do you men even want to do that? Like, you think someone like really is gonna be like, oh my god, yes, I definitely want to get with you now? Like,
No.
serious? Ugh. Maybe you guys can send it to each other. You know, if
Ooh.
you're into that, then
That's
maybe
fine.
that's
I
why.
like that
But
too.
girls are not into
No.
that.
There's some guys who love
Mm-mm.
that, honestly,
Oh,
and I think it's
sure.
great, and maybe that would
Yeah.
work. Some guys
And I
will
don't like when they request pictures of me.
Yeah,
either.
that's what I just said.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
I'm not sending
Like,
you no.
don't we
pic-
post-
No.
don't we post
If I want to,
to,
if we're dating, like
Yeah, that's
that's
different.
different. But if you're just trying to talk to me, you're like, hey, send me a pic. No, you sound like a creepo. No.
Speaking of pics, so then they also another question that goes down the DMs is, do you have an OnlyFans? If I did, you would see the link in my bio. So if there's no link in my bio, I don't have one. And another question that they ask is, will you create one? A private one? No, hail to the no. Oh my God. If I don't have one now, I'm not going to have one. I have two boys, 13 and 8. If any of his friends find something even close to that of me being sexy or naked, do you know it's going to ruin my relationship with my son? I am not, but see, my kids come first before success, before money, before fame, before dudes. Listen, my kids' respect and love and bond with me is most important.
Yeah. But I don't have nothing against it. If it's for you, it's for you. You
Yes,
know,
that's
working
you.
in the hair and makeup industry, I work with a lot of porn stars and a lot of fans only girls, and they making the killing. They making
Oh,
the
yeah.
killing.
Big to the back.
I didn't say it's not
They
tempting.
bossed
I didn't
up.
say it's not tempting, but
They bossed
Let
up
me
in their
tell you.
own lane, so I love that.
That's
And
right.
again, no judgment. What's up? Well, I'm kind of like you. I mean, I have dated and didn't work out, so I would say I was still single, because if we didn't go to the place of living with each other, or well, we were exclusive, because I'm a one kind of. Yeah, I don't really, even with dating, I like to date one person.
and you want to give that person 100% attention.
Right, and give them a chance. And
Yes.
so I try and do that. But yeah, it's probably been collectively about 8 years off and on. So I had a relationship for like 2 years at one point, and then a year and a half. So yeah, I would say since my divorce, I haven't been in anything, I don't like people to know where I live. Like, I'm real funny acting. So she knows.
Yeah, it's called private.
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
She
I'm
knows.
the
That's
same
how
way.
we are. And
Yeah.
I say, if you'll know you're the one when you meet, first off, when you know my kids, because I'm very funny about my kids,
Mhm.
and when you get to come to my house, because baby, I don't play with my place. So
But
yeah.
I have a saying, like, if you're like over 30, I don't believe in boyfriends.
No.
So cut the whole boyfriend shit out.
Yes.
Yes.
That's gotta go.
We're
I
friends
believe
until we're
it's
not.
Either
We're
we're
together.
just friends or associates until I got a ring on my finger.
Correct.
And now we're something.
Yes.
Like, people just want to waste your time,
Yes.
date you for years and years. I don't got time for that.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep my options
Open.
open.
That's right.
Yes.
Time is
Maybe
value.
That's why
Time is
my
money.
husband
Snatched
proposed
her
so
up.
quickly
Because he knew the value of this
He
queen right
snatched this
here.
queen.
kind of games.
up.
I don't have time to play these games with some of the games these guys like to play out there. I
Correct.
see some of my girls, they're like, dating for like 8 years.
Yeah.
And no commitment. And the
What's
guy
that?
probably ain't got no plan on committing. so-
Correct.
Because he's a
Because-
scrub.
yeah.
No, I wouldn't
Those are
say
called
that.
scrubs.
They are?
Yes, those are
God,
scrubs.
she don't have no filter. I'm
Listen,
telling you.
TLC, no scrubs. You could play that song. Dedicate that to all those guys who don't want to make that commitment to
Because
you.
if you know that she's not the one, let her know. Just
Right.
be
Yeah.
real. And then it's up to her if she wants
Correct.
to sit there.
Because
and-
so that's what I was gonna say.
So what's the time frame you think somebody should be dating before they could propose?
Well, here's my thing. I literally had to get myself together emotionally. I'm going to be honest. It wasn't the guys. Most of the time, I mean, I have guys who would be married today to me. I mean, if I were willing, to be honest. And because a lot of times we
I
like
believe
to
it.
push it on guys. So I would honestly say it's not that for me. For me, it's me. I have to work on a few things for myself. I had to figure out who I was as a single mother. I had to figure out who I was business wise. There were a lot of things that I wanted to work on before embarking upon a new relationship. Because marriage will have you either, and you can attest to this, both of you, either wanting to go quick and do it again, which we've done,
Or never
or
again.
you take your time. And I'm at that take my time and know myself. To my own self, I want to be true. Shakespeare said it best: to thine own self be
Yeah.
true. So I have to be true to myself. I
love
wasn't
that.
ready until this point, and now I'm actively ready. And if the person comes along, I would say about a year and a half before they know. I feel like that's enough time, a year and a half, because I like to take my time. So a year and a half, 2 years. But if I found somebody in 2 months and 3 months and they want
Like
it,
Miss Alicia
and they
here.
did it like Miss Alicia, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm with it, King. I'm with it, King. I'm just saying.
And I believe in that because, again, just like what one of you said, people will date forever and waste
Yeah,
time
she said
and then
that.
find out that it wasn't going to work.
Yeah.
However, though, my mom, which I introduced her to her husband,
Wow.
Oh wow.
they dated 3 months before, from the day they met up until the day they got married. And that last month was planning the wedding. And now they've been married for 25
That's
years.
her story.
My parents
So-
too. They've been married 45 years,
Yeah.
and they got married within a couple months.
Wow.
That's so interesting
That's what you
'cause
did too.
My
So
parents
that's
met a
amazing.
month later. They started
Engaged.
living together, and then 6 months later they got married.
See,
Yeah.
so it's not. Yeah, it can work
It's
for
just- so
sure.
well, my point is, then I don't think it should
So what's the
be
maximum amount of time? But
said
before someone says they're feeling they're wasting their time, like me, I say 3 years. If you've been dating somebody for 3 years and you don't have a ring yet,
Yeah.
say bye.
Yeah.
He's a scrub.
But what if you haven't been dating? What if you've been What if you've been friends? What if you've been building a friendship, right? You weren't really dating in the beginning because you weren't ready and they weren't ready. This is
Mhm.
just hypothetical. I'm
Right.
not talking about my situation or nothing. But
Asking for a friend.
yeah, this is solely for a conversation or whatever. But yeah, what if you guys have been friends for a long time and there was no relationship, and then maybe later, or like, do you think those 3 years are too long because now it's too late?
No,
Like,
3 years of dating, 3 years of intimacy.
intimacy.
3 years of getting to know that, because people can be different when they're friends and when they're dating.
Correct.
They could completely change.
That's what I'm saying.
So
yeah.
I would say 3 years of actually dating. So
Dating, okay.
if you've been friends with them for 3 years, add another 3 years of dating.
So 6.
And then if you don't have a ring by then,
It's time to go.
bye.
Because
Yeah.
you're wasting.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Place, though, like for example, I'm
Take
one
notes.
that I'm working from day, early morning to
You-
9 time,
Right.
and on the weekend. So
Yeah.
the time to actually date, it's very short. So
Yeah. So
that's what I'm saying. Like if my dating time is gonna be maybe 4 hours on a Saturday night, it's gonna take me way longer.
But it's
right.
quality.
Yeah,
It's quality of
quantity. Correct.
that.
So-
I'm not so set on the time.
So y'all out there, if you have a time frame and you want to share it with us, I think that
Comment below.
Yeah, you can comment below. And if we get some interesting comments, maybe we'll revisit this again on the next podcast. But I think timing is everything. So I don't think it's really a time. I think it's really based on the individual, the timing, the stars aligning, God putting it out,
Yeah.
whoever you believe in,
When
the
you know,
universe,
you know.
God,
With
you
the
know,
Right.
you know.
It's 1 year, 2 years,
Right.
3 years.
Right. Right.
And the most important thing is to, like you said,
Or too much.
to know yourself. When you are complete and you don't feel like you need anyone, that
Yes.
is when you're ready.
Yes.
When the other person is complete, that
That's
is when
when
you
they're
know
ready.
they're ready. So if you feel that, oh, I'm just, I'm not where I want to be and I need somebody, then honey, that's the last thing you need, because then you're going to become codependent on that
Correct.
person.
Men- Mentor Mia. We got another title for you. It's not Mia Motivate. It's Mentor Mia.
It is.
Mama Mo.
Well, that's why I'm a professional fitness life coach,
Correct.
not a personal
Correct. I
trainer.
love it.
Definitely gotta have
Because-
your stuff together.
Yeah.
You do. And you do. And when I say together, some women, and don't be mad at me, I'm gonna tell it all. Okay. Some of us, us need counseling for the past hurts and traumas. Some
Yes.
of us, y'all, need to take accountability for the relationships as
Hello.
well. Because I think a lot of times we like to, blame everything on men, and that's
Yes.
not always the case. Not to say that there are bad apples, and because there are bad women as well.
Mhm.
So we have to take some ownership. Sometimes
Own
we
it.
get into things prematurely. We weren't really ready to be
Right.
in the committed relationship that we so-called wanted. So yeah, I'm on that self-awareness and that
Yes.
journey of
Yes.
self
And
love.
counseling
Does
if
help.
you've been in a past
Absolutely.
relationship
Correct.
That was unhealthy.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to heal.
Yeah.
It's called healing.
Yes.
So,
And I'll be the first to say that I took 3 years of counseling for myself. Out of those 8
Yes.
years of being single, I took 3 years of counseling.
Wow.
And let me tell you, it helped me to boss up.
Sure.
So if you're a woman out there, if you're a man out there, and you want to be, on that next level,
Healthy
I
and whole.
highly recommend counseling because it's not going to hurt you. It's only going to help you.
Correct. Yeah. And go with.
No
problem.
I want to testify that you can be in your relationship having problems and you go and get all this advice to come to find out that you're not meant to be together.
Exactly.
But then
Yes.
guess what? All those advices are going to help you
Prepare for
in
the
your
next.
relationship.
Correct.
So, like you said, you're not going to lose anything. If anything,
Right.
you're going to gain
Correct.
so much out of that.
Yes.
Knowledge,
Yeah.
awareness.
It's definitely healthy for you to get. You can also get relationship counseling. Like I got premarital counseling before we got married.
So important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
of
smart.
course.
And then we continued after marriage.
Yes.
Not as often, but
when needed.
every couple months
Yeah.
we go just to
Keep it fresh.
It's healthy.
It's like a maintenance.
Yeah, it is.
You know,
I love it.
You put your car in maintenance,
Yes.
right? In your health and maintenance. When
Yes.
you put your
Yeah,
relationship
yes,
in maintenance.
You work out on your body. you
Yeah.
work out- so let's work our minds.
Yeah, and it's good because sometimes you communicate with that person every day, but you're
Yes.
missing the small little
Yes.
things that when they say it in front of somebody else, you're like, wow, I didn't think
Wow.
about it
Why
like
didn't you
that.
just say?
So
Yeah.
Mhm.
it helps them understand you more, you
Right.
understand them more. So counseling is definitely
I love it.
I
So-
recommend.
That mental health.
Yes, it is. Mental health is a big issue now, especially now with everyone coming out of COVID. All the people are
Transitions.
paranoid. The transitions, the fear, the financial woes,
Health issues.
Yeah, health
Because that'll take a
issues.
toll on you when people
Yes.
lose their taste and lose their smell and then lose their hair. I mean, it's
Yeah.
affected
Yeah,
a
it's
lot
a
of
lot.
people.
From people losing their
Income,
their
yeah, yeah.
jobs.
So that
You
could
know,
take a
loved
tear.
ones. A lot of people lost a lot of loved
Yes,
ones.
It's so true.
Yes, yes. So that can, all of those are relational. But you guys probably could, right? You guys could probably help add to that. And if you have anything that you want to hear us talk about, because I'm sure you do, and Mia will be happy to share the juicy nitty gritty.
You know
So,
it. That drip is real.
Yeah,
Drip,
hit
drip.
us up, man. Talk to us. Let us know what you want, and we will give it to you. So,
We are.
Again, what we're doing too, talking. I mean, look, I just learned something.
Therapy.
So it's
Yes.
therapy.
Yes.
So this
yes,
this works.
Yeah.
Yes.
It works for us that we're already business owners and over 40
Yeah.
children. I mean, if we can learn, then definitely you guys can learn too.
Well,
So guess what? You just got your free therapy
yeah,
session.
you sat at our marble
You're welcome.
table. You sat at the square table, okay? You at the square table with the Bossed Up cast. Now, the other thing I was going to say in our last few minutes, because I guess we're almost wrapping up, I was going to say, now, Mia was talking about the balls.
Boss balls.
Boss balls, and we have them on the way, just so you know.
Yes.
We have boss balls coming your
Balls.
way.
Yes.
Yes.
Kind of balls, but other
No,
kind of balls.
yes, they're stress balls.
So
They're
if
not-
we want to boss
Yeah.
up, you got to grab our boss balls.
You
Those are
gotta
the type
grab
of balls
our
you want to
boss
grab.
balls.
Okay.
Bossed
So
up
they
balls.
will be on our next, maybe the next month. We'll have them out for
Yep.
you guys.
We're not
So
going to give an exact date because
Yes.
we don't want you
We'll
guys
tell you
to
when
come
they drop.
get mad at us if we're
We'll
wrong.
tell you when the balls
Balls.
drop. I'm talking about the New Year's balls.
But
Get
when you
your-
grow up,
get your
that's
minds
when you know
out
you
of the
mature.
gutter.
When
Get
you're
your
ready.
minds out of the gutter.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm happy to be back.
Yay!
guys.
We love you.
Yes, thank you, Alicia,
And
for
we miss
joining
you.
us. And
Can't
are we going
wait
to see you in the next episode?
Yes, I know she'll be there.
Okay.
I have television.
You
She'll
can't
be
tease
there.
us like this.
Yes, we need you.
So thank you
Great.
for all listening to the Bossed Up
Yes.
podcast. Again, I'm Mia Lance.
Alicia Jules.
Jesse Mena.
And I'm Monique Dials.
And cheers to the next episode.
Yes, bossed up.
Let's
Yes,
go.
bye guys. It's-